Ooh. I should probably look up how to spell that. Read that name. Hold up. I don't know how to end this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dariana Rosales. I'm back with another Christian video. So if you don't like those, click out. But otherwise, stay tuned. That came out a little harsh. Please stay tuned and watch the video. Please. So, this video was not planned. I was reading the Bible a few minutes ago, and I was just kind of like, wow. Because God never fails to talk to me when I'm reading the Bible. It's crazy, okay? I'm going to be referring to Genesis 19 through 20. This video is basically for people who have fallen, kind of, emotionally, specifically. Who have fallen and need to recover themselves, kind of. I'll get into it. Information. So Genesis 19, two angels, which were two Hebrew men, come to Lot's house, and they were like, we need to sleep over, basically. And then people overheard, and they didn't like it, and they were like knocking on the door, and they were like, yo, let us in, because those people that you're letting them stay in there, don't like them. Let us do some bad stuff to them. Lot was like telling them like, no, don't do that, like, you know better, like, you shouldn't do that, like, just don't do it. Then the two angels brought Lot back into the house, and they blinded everyone that was at the outside of Lot's house. Consequence for being bad. Then they told him, do you have any relatives nearby? If you do, like any family members or anything, you need to get them out, because we're about to destroy the city. Like, the Lord's gonna destroy the city. And he was like, he did what any other human being would have done. Oh, run and go tell them. But of course, there's gonna be people that didn't believe him, and there's people that did believe him and whatnot. So they were leaving, and then his wife decided to turn around and look, and she got turned into a pillar of salt. And Abraham went to go went to talk to God, and then he realized that God had kept Lot safe because of Abraham's request. And then later on, Lot's daughters ended up getting pregnant. And then we're going to Genesis 20. So Abraham deceives Abimelech, and he basically tells him, he goes with Sarah, and to try to save his life, basically, he lies, and he says, this woman right here is not my wife, she's my sister. And Abimelech was like, okay, like, she's gonna be mine then. Later on, God talks to Abimelech in his dreams, and he's like, she's married, dude, like, she's married. And then Abimelech was like, well, I didn't know, they told me that she was his sister, so I believe them. Genesis 26 says, in the dream God responded, yes, I know you are innocent, that's why I kept you from sinning against me, and why I did not let you touch her. And so the first part makes sense, right? Like, who wouldn't prefer being innocent rather than guilty, right? But then the second part's like, that's why I kept you from sinning against me. So I was like, so God protected him from sinning against him. And I was like, what? Like, it didn't really make sense to me. But Abimelech didn't know. And so he kind of like went along with it without knowing what was actually going on. And then he kind of fell. He took Sarah while she was being married. So when I read this verse, rejection came to my mind. Maybe it's just me personally, but with rejection, I don't like rejection, let's be honest. I do not like rejection. I don't like when people say no to me. I don't like it when they're like, no, basically. I don't like it. Rejection really hits my feelings, okay? I don't like talking about feelings. Like, if you know me, I don't like talking about feelings. I just don't like it. Yeah, when I read this, and it says, that's why I kept you from sinning against me. And then, like, I'm gonna talk generically, especially in the field of love. If you've ever liked someone and they rejected you, or the timing just wasn't right, or it just didn't go as you would want it to go, and now you've kind of like fallen, but you're still somewhat attached, or maybe it's the aftermath and your feelings are hurt. So then I went on to read Genesis 20:17, and it says, then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female servants, so they could have children. So the part that stuck out to me here was, then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed. When it comes to feelings, like, it takes a lot. Time is gonna be a factor into it, because things take time when you've been hurt. And trust me, time and me have been like this, okay? Time, like, I've been taking too much time, but I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting there. And so I was kind of like asking God, like, what can I do? Not to like speed up time, but to improve myself in a way, to heal, basically heal. How do I heal myself? And Genesis 20:17 basically says it. Pray to God and God will heal. So if you have been down in the lows and the shallows, like with your feelings, like you've been hurt, you just don't want to, like see anyone, or maybe you've given up on love, or maybe it's just to the point where like you didn't think it was going to hurt that bad, that now you just don't want anything to do with anyone. Trust me, I've been there. But God gave me an answer today, and if you want to heal, you need to pray to him. If you've been really hurt, basically, you probably already know this, but it just like goes over our head, and that's that not everyone is a bad person. I have to tell myself this constantly, that not everyone's a bad person. And like the next person that comes along, you're gonna be like shut down and like locked. You're like, no, like this happened last time, so I'm not going to do that again. Or you're gonna be like, I remember last time that I gave myself a chance, look what happened. I'm just talking about my personal crap. I just want to tell you, if someone has hurt you and you're looking for like a way to kind of cope with it, or I don't know, maybe it's been some time that you've been feeling like this and you kind of want to get back to your normal self, my recommendation for you is to pray to God. God has been with me through my healing process of like stuff that has happened to me, and honestly I can now say that I do guard my heart a lot more. I guard my heart way too much, but it's kind of like motivation to me and to you guys. Hopefully like the right person will come along, and or maybe if it's friendship wise, every person has a time in where they're gonna come into your life and when they're gonna get out of your life. Maybe some of them will last with you until death, but everything's just temporary. Keep your head up and do not do what I have been doing for like a whole lot of time, like too much time. Do not close yourself off. It's good to guard your heart, okay? You should guard your heart. It says it in the Bible, you should guard your heart, but don't guard it so much that you become isolated and you just kind of assume that everyone that comes your way is going to do the same thing that the last person did. So yeah, advice to you and to me. Hopefully someone else needed to hear it. If not, then it's just for me. That is all I have for you guys today. Don't forget that you are loved, you are forgiven, and that you are new in Jesus Christ. Bye.